Hello everybody, welcome to the very first video on Just Jake Reviews. I know, I'm excited as well. Everyone's pumped and excited. You better be, because I am. Might as well kick off with a brand new album that I just heard today actually for this video on Just Jake Reviews. And today's video, or my first album review ever on YouTube, is gonna be the documentary by The Game. The documentary is the debut studio album by American rapper The Game. It was released on January 18th, 2005 by Aftermath Entertainment, G-Unit Records, and Interscope Records. In 2001, while The Game was in hospital recovering from a shooting, he decided to pursue a career in music. He released the mixtape QB2 Compton under his then record label Get Low Records in 2002, which was later discovered by Dr. Dre and led him to signing The Game to his label, Aftermath Entertainment. This would also be The Game's only album on Aftermath and G-Unit Records, as he left the label later in 2006 after a feud began between him and fellow G-Unit label mate 50 Cent, which we all know how that worked out. So like I said, the documentary by The Game, released in 2005, will begin his very first rap album ever to start his career. So yeah, I've always heard of The Game and never decided to listen to any of his albums, so here I am for the very first time listening to his album, and it was kind of a treat. So let's get into it. Kicking it off with the first song, West Side Story, featuring 50 Cent. 50 Cent is featured on 3 of these songs, which, is pretty impressive because, the fact that they were buds and then they weren't buds. West Side Story by 50 Cent. You would notice that a lot of these songs on this album kind of have, sort of like a piano-ish production. I wouldn't say all of them, but there are a few piano notes, they're hidden in there, but there's like 3 or 4 piano notes in there. A lot of producers on this album, a lot of heavy hitter producers, especially Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kanye, I believe also produced a song on this, but you could tell that this first song is definitely solid Dre production. This track sets the tone for the very first song on the album to open the album, West Side Story. I really enjoyed the 50 chorus. He has better features on the album, but I really enjoyed the 50 chorus on this. And this album, you could definitely tell he is taking inspiration from other artists, because he is name dropping a lot of rappers on this album, like a lot of rappers that he grew up with, like Biggie and Pac, and a lot of rappers that he worked with, like, M and Dre and Snoop and Cube and all that stuff. So I would say this is a very, very solid song. And also, I believe there were 6 singles released for this album, which is quite a lot. Also including the iconic hit song Hate It or Love It, also featuring 50 Cent. I've always heard this song before, like little snippets of it, but I've actually never really taken time to listen to the song in full. This song is a masterpiece. You get that Marvin Gaye sample in the beginning, which really is a spectacular instrumental. Love the 50 Cent chorus. He sounds beautiful on it. The chemistry is amazing. Them rapping over that sick drum beat with the Marvin Gaye instrumental, absolutely fantastic. Unmatched chemistry. This song is a complete masterpiece. You also got songs on here that are kind of on the deeper side, and we have Dreams with a Kanye West production. You could definitely tell it's Kanye. If it's not, then, man, props to this guy, but it's definitely Kanye West. Basically just him listing off all his dreams, and I'm not going to say this album has the most, perfection when it comes to lyrics, but some songs they hit, some songs they don't hit. This song is definitely a hit. He's listing off all his dreams, all his favorite things he wants to do, all the stuff that he saw, his fellow rappers and friends do that he wants to do as well. The lyrics are very consistent, and this is a very, very good song. And you get a small taste of The Game hitting his lyrical bag, which is pretty cool, but love the Kanye production on this song. Another iconic hit song on here, we have How We Do, also featuring 50 Cent for the very last time. This song is also pretty iconic. I am a big fan of the synth beat here, the do. That's really nice. I think 50 Cent's chorus is pretty solid on this song. I really do. This is how we do. Pretty solid on that. I do feel like his flow, The Game's flow on his first verse is pretty choppy. I'm not a huge fan of choppy flow. I just think it's messy. It's like, I'm not really feeling that. But this song is very popular for a reason. It got everyone, excited and hype, and, the flow is pretty unique at the time and pretty solid beat. And I will definitely say the first half of this album is definitely way better than the second half. Not saying the second half is bad. The second half is, there are some parts of the album that are, mediocre at best. But there are also some strong parts of the second half, but this first part is really, really the best part of the album. I mean, the production is way better. I think the production dips when it comes to the second half. I think the features are better. Yeah, sure, the first half of the album does have some low spots, like, for example, I mean, you take a song on the album like Higher, for example, which does have the, right instrumental, the right production, but I feel like part of the song he's just yapping. He's not really telling, a cohesive story. He's just sort of yapping, which, I'm not really feeling, but, do what you gotta do. The beat is pretty interesting. The chorus flow is fine at best. The one thing is his rapping actually does fit the beat. But yeah, if this is a Dre beat, which is pretty, unique because I would never expect Dr. Dre to make an instrumental quite like this. But I will say the instrumental for this song kind of got old pretty quick, but, I think it's just because of the song length as well. Then you have a really, really cool deep cut on the first half of this album called Church for Thugs, which is a pretty, upbeat, inspirational-ass beat. I mean, this beat's absolutely gorgeous. Good chorus. He sounds extremely hungry on this album, or this song in particular. The Kanye production type beat, I'm not sure if this song is produced by Kanye, but it should be. Also, a lot of soul samples on this album, which I was not expecting that all from the game, especially when you take a song like Dreams or Church for Thugs. You get that Kanye feel as well with the album. This song could have used a feature, which, is kind of saying a lot because this album doesn't have the greatest features, but it's got some good features. Next up, we got Put You on the Game. This is a Timbaland production. If you can't tell, he does say the producer's names quite a lot at the beginning of each song. This chorus, kind of corny, not really feeling it. It is kind of like an introduction song, him telling you, hey, check out my music, I'm the game, I'm part of this label. You guys know all the other rappers, go listen to me. This song is kind of a mess, not really the best production. Also, another song on the first half of the album, Don't Need Your Love featuring Faith Evans. I find the Faith Evans chorus kind of basic and, whatever. It does the job, but it's not for me. Now, let's take a song off this album that I think really had potential, but didn't really live up to the hype. Start From Scratch featuring Marsha of Floetry, which I've never heard of that person in my entire life. This song, it sounds like he's voice cracking. He has constant voice cracks. The flow is not great at all on this song. Actually, the flow does not exist. The high-pitched female chorus just sounds okay. You hear that on kind of every song at this era. But the thing is that these lyrics are very good. He's rapping about starting over, changing history. What if Tupac and Biggie didn't get shot? What if Suge didn't go to jail? What if Snoop didn't do this? What if I did this? Which I really like. I think this song had potential, but did not live up to the hype. Another song that had a small bit of potential that I was actually excited to listen to was the song Runnin' featuring Tony Yayo. I love this soul intro. I think the soul chorus on this is absolutely brilliant. Love the sampling, love the production, really, really good. But the lyrics aren't that good. I just find the game's lyrics and also Tony Yayo's kind of lacking on this song. The song, he's just running. He's just running. But overall, not the best production either. I also believe in the second half of this album, you do get to see more and listen to more of the features. For example, you have Nate Dogg, who is on 2 songs on this album, the latter half of the album. And I think both of these Nate Dogg features are not the greatest. I think he used Nate Dogg incorrectly. For example, on the first song he's on called Where I'm From, yes, the song is okay, but Nate Dogg's not really there a whole lot. He has a few lines in the chorus, but really, he has to shine more. That's what Nate Dogg does. He makes songs with choruses a lot better. And another example, the song called Special, also featuring Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg does not sound like himself. I know that was Nate Dogg on the chorus, but who actually was that? That was not Nate Dogg. He did not sound like himself at all, which is crazy. You also take another song called We Ain't with an Eminem feature, I was not expecting an Eminem feature at all on this album because I am a huge Eminem fan. He is my favorite artist of all time. I will definitely listen to his albums and do reviews of those, even though I've already heard him 5 times, but might as well do a review of that. I don't know if this song was actually produced by Eminem, but if it was, it's pretty basic Eminem production. I've heard him produce songs way better. This is actually my first time ever hearing this feature, and I'm a diehard Eminem fan, so it's kind of weird to say that. The Eminem feature is just pretty basic standard Eminem for the most part. This song did not need a chorus at all. I'm not sure the chorus was all that special on this song at all. Pretty solid rapping, nothing special overall, okay feature. And then you also jump onto a track on this album called The Documentary, which is a self-titled song from this album. This song is pretty confusing in a way because I don't think any of these lyrics have really aged the best. Although I do like the chorus. The chorus is just him literally naming hip-hop albums that are classics and putting them into a whole chorus. I'm ready to die without a reasonable doubt. Smoke chronic and hit it doggy style before I go out. Until they sign my death certificate, all eyes on me. I'm still at it, Illmatic, and that's the documentary. Pretty cool. But then you also have lines at the very beginning of the song that are like, media think I'm faking like Mason, but when it comes to Mace, F. R. Kelly, I don't take it in the face. Why? Safe to say that this song did not age the best. Then you have a song on this album called No More Fun and Games, where it has a pretty solid NWA feature, or like feature/sample. I will say, I think the mixing is all over the place for this song. I don't think, it fits. I think the production is pretty sloppy. But once again, the game just loves talking about his idols. Pac, Biggie, M, whatever. Not a fan. Now we have a sneaky underrated track on the album, which is Don't Worry featuring Mary J. Blige. I am not the craziest fan of Mary J. Blige, but this Mary J. Blige chorus is freaking phenomenal. What a feature. I mean, everything about this, the piano notes during Over the Game's verse, the flow is great, beautiful vocals, and an absolutely fire collab. This song is freaking phenomenal. And then ending off the album, you have Like Father, Like Son featuring Busta Rhymes. Who knew Busta Rhymes could sing? He sings on this, and he floats low-key. He sings on this song, which is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed the message of the game talking to his son, being like, hey, I'm your father. I wish the best for you. Hope you do good in life, which I absolutely love. But the production, the beat, not the best, kind of boring. I think this song could have done a lot better for, a very sensitive game song like this. So, that concludes the review. My entire stats for this album are the best feature on the album. I'm saying Mary J. Blige. She absolutely kills it. Once again, beautiful chorus, beautiful, little soul thing. It's awesome. The worst feature on the album, I'm saying Nate Dogg. It's unfortunate, but on both songs. One song, he's not used enough. One song, he doesn't sound like himself at all. So, sorry. Now, in terms of the best songs in this album, I decided to make a top 3 for this album, so I did. Number three, I'm saying Dreams. Once again, love the Kanye production. Beautiful sample. Just basically the game listing off all his dreams and what he wants to do. But yeah, beautiful production, great to listen to. Number 2, once again, give me Don't Worry featuring Mary J. Blige. The Mary J. Blige feature definitely makes this song number 2, because without Mary J. Blige, this song would kind of be nothing. Beautiful song. Once again, love the rapping and the beat over the game's rapping. Really, really nice. And the best song on the entire album, I kind of hate to be basic, but it is Hate It or Love It. This song is a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece. Once again, 50s singing and rapping, the game's rapping, the chemistry is there, the Marvin Gaye sample over the drums, beautiful. This song is everything. No wonder why this song went number 1. In terms of the worst song on the album, give me No More Fun and Games. Once again, the NWA sample, it's cool, it's there, but there's nothing else really here. Once again, flow, not the best. Mixing, not the best. Not for me. This song is just a total mess, and the mixing is not good either. But there you go. There are my picks for best song, best feature, worst feature. And my final review of this album is, I would say, for recommendation, I would say a 1 thumbs up, because if you like hip-hop, if you like, early 2000s West Coast hip-hop, I totally recommend this album. I think you will like most of the songs on the album. And the final review is, I am giving this album an 8.1. 8.1. Anyways, that's going to be it for my first music album review on YouTube. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Whenever this comes out, I would definitely be doing... Yeah, this was Just Jake Reviews, and see you next time.